Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at a Scoia'tael control deck. This one's going to be focusing on playing as many spells as possible, and whenever this new patch, if there's something that's going to support Scoia'tael, Spellitael, that type of playstyle, I'm going to be posting about it. And this one just occurred to me. It felt like something I was going to be playing when I theory crafted it yesterday, and I put it together today, and it slaps. So let's go through the cards so you guys can kind of see what's going on. I chose to take the bare minimum units of 13. You guys know I post a lot of unit lists or low unit decks, regardless of the faction, so I like to stick to what I like to play. And right now we have a Simless Fane, Ape, Debar, I guess that's how you say it. On deploy, play all copies of a bronze special card from your deck. So you're going to see as we go down the list here that there are multiple bronze specials of the same kind, so it doesn't miss its targets. And this is going to act as primarily removal of something tall, right? We have this card come on the board. It's going to be proccing Symbiosis potentially. It's going to be pulling out 2 cards to thin from our deck, so we don't need cards like Oniro anymore because this is just going to help, get that out there. I chose to make it so that we play this a bit earlier on in the game instead of a finisher for more of the deck consistency elements that it brings. So you'll see in the games that we post today, there's actually crazy applications to whether it be win on even, to take control of round 1, or to bleed in round 2. This card is nuts. I usually don't try and save it for round 3, but that's just kind of what I like about this card. It's pretty versatile. Then we have Force Protector. We're playing a lot of Rebukes and a lot of nature cards. I want to make sure we can play one more, right? This card's great for tempo. It has been great ever since it came out, and again, very versatile. We could pick exactly what nature card we need. We have Circle of Life, we have Nature's Rebuke, we have Dryad's Caress, so there's definitely no shortage of those. Now, Karathi Heatwave, I feel like is going to be an auto-include for the next little bit. It is a slow play, but we have tempo by other means, so we want to have something to banish a unit or artifact, and primarily it's going to be just a tall, greedy unit. There's a lot of really overtuned cards that just came out, so Karathi needs to get rid of one of those, and definitely needs to be included in this deck. Now, there was an argument to put Avalak or Francesca. I felt like we need points now, and I want to be able to just get that card spawned off the Avalak as soon as possible. So this is going to help us tempo ahead, or, defend a bleed, or just kind of help bleed them, so to speak, in round 2. So Avalak was actually a healthy addition. I felt like it was working out better than Francesca was. Played a lot of Francesca last season. We just want something that can just act now and just work right away. This is one of my favorite new cards. So, Sov Ain Medi, I guess that's how you say it. Boost an ally unit by 6 at the end of your turn. If this card is in your graveyard, transform self into a self unity. So what it does is it transforms into a 3-power card while it has another effect. While in graveyard, remove a counter whenever you play a special card. When the counter reaches 0, summon self from your graveyard to the range row, counter 3. So it's great because we get to... I chose to take out Shaping Nature for this from the conventional list that I would run before. This one here basically comes back to our field, or to our playing site, if we've played 3 specials after playing this. So it's very easy to recycle that, whether it be onto the same round, and then have it come back for round 3. So you want to play this early if possible. Now, worst case scenario would get to 9 for 9 value, which is fine. It doesn't get super tall or put something super tall, so it's pretty secure and safe to play. And it's a nice little carryover, so that's pretty cool. Now, Elias is just good to have because we don't have, good tempo swings like we had with Ethne and Gezras and things like that in the previous versions that you might have played or you might have seen me play. So Elias comes back in. This is going to take out a 1-point tree and just get, 12 points on our side of the playing field. So it's good to have in that case. Isengrim's Council is awesome because it's going to be fishing for either our Gord, which is guaranteed, being the only dwarf in the deck, or it's going to be looking for one of the Dryads, potentially. Worst case scenario, we could find something like the Elias or the Simless, right? There's good pulls, whichever way you look at it. We don't really have any cards we wouldn't want to pull with that. So, even the Bronze Elves are great. So, Isengrim's Council just makes a lot of sense, but most often we're looking for the Gord and just getting an extra +2 on it, sort of playing a bit standoffish and just getting that big point swing at the end. Again, Fauve is probably one of our only consistency cards. Like, you know, what we're dealing with here for consistency is we're basically relying on the 1, the Fauve, and the Council, and I think that's more than enough. I haven't been missing cards when I've been playing this, so it's felt really strong and whatnot. With Fauve, you just want to make sure that you're not playing, more often, you're not playing like the Rebuke or something like that, because you want to make sure you have 2 just until you play this, just in case your hand's not working out so well. I did put 2 Alzur's Thunders in here to give the Similis a couple more targets. So I shoot for the Rebukes first of all. If I don't get them, Alzur's Thunder is a consideration, and out of desperation, Circle of Life would be, you know, another contender, and that's really good carryover still with that. So again, that's why I have the extra random Alzur's Thunders in the deck, is just so that we don't brick this by any means. So with that being said, lots of specials to go around. Dunk is obviously a carryover queen, so we have, you know, damage an enemy unit by 3 on the order, but at the end of the turn, if it's not used, boost a random Scoia'tael unit in your hand by 1. So that works out perfectly because we only have 1 unit that's not Scoia. So I'm pretty confident with that, and usually, you know, we'll have enough in our hand that we want to save for later on, that we don't have to worry about ruining that ability. And sort of some of the other cards that we've been dealing with for, you know, the last few seasons when playing this type of deck, it looks like Hamadryad got the buff to 5 provision instead of 6. So it has Symbiosis that in your turn, if this unit has Vitality, boosts out by 1. So it fits in perfectly with the Orb of Insight giving Vitality. This is another card that comes back from the graveyard with a cooldown of 3 or counter of 3, so that's going to be giving extra Vitality. We have the Caress to give Vitality, we have the Sorceress that's going to be giving Vitality, so the fact that Hama got that 1 provision buff makes a lot of sense, and they're pretty well an auto include in this list. Again, Sorceress Adobe Athena is great. It came out with the last patch update we saw when we had our last card release. It's going to be able to create a special card, you know, with provision cost equal to its power, and we have ways to manipulate that. If we're looking for a 5 power or a 4, we can just, you know, give it Vitality or boost it, or just let it be. So definitely something to consider here. There's another new card, and I didn't want to get greedy with this one here, but I definitely wanted to include one to show you guys how it works, and I think there is some good synergy with it. So when you target this card with a bronze special card, spawn and play a copy of that special card with a counter of 1. So you can go in with the Orb of Insight, where it boosts an ally unit by 2 and gives Vitality 2 while in graveyard, remove the counter by 1 whenever you play a special card. When the counter reaches 0, play the card, give it doomed. So you can see how we can recycle this card with this card and get an extra copy of this card and put it back in the graveyard and get it back later. So it's actually nuts. If this card lives, it plays for a ton of points, and again, it sort of kind of ties in with the whole idea of just, we're creating cards off this. If we don't have a Hammer, we can put it onto this as a backup. You know, then we're spawning additional Whisperers whenever we're playing specials. So it just spits out points at not a very big cost. You guys can see that this deck, when you import it, it's only 6,400 scraps, but it plays very, very strong. And let's just get to the games. Enough talking from me. If you like what you see and you want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. That goes a long way, and expect that I'm going to be going through the factions as soon as possible. I played some games with this. I'm going to be running with this until the meta sort of shapes itself out. But next, we're going to be looking at probably monsters. I've been hearing things about monsters being absolutely broken right now, so I wanted to come out with something a little bit unique, and we'll see how it goes. Until next time, guys, thanks a lot, and we'll see you soon.
Unleash the squall! Attack!
Devil's Seed! Cursed Punch!
Taking our berries. Would you like an arrow to the head instead?
Over there! Round the corner, right? After her!
The Valley of Flowers. There is no place more beautiful.
A bow between the shoulders and all's done.
I could drown you in a single drop.
High time the north was cleansed.
That witch was brewing magic concoctions!
Spit it out already. I don't have all day.
Good boy. A little good?
Tis my tree. I was born with it. I shall die with it.
To the fires, Wyndham! To the fire!
Though trees live longer than humans, they need protection from it.
For thy foul deeds thou shalt burn!
Peace welcomes all. All are free to convert. The job's a job. Right-head Sparley!
Appearances can be deceiving.
Squeal like a pig.
He will cleanse Novigrad with fire.
To me, you are a mere trifle, an amused bush.
The wind whistles Willow's whip.
The eternal fire casts a long shadow. Love is war. Elren has shown us the way.
Used to chop wood, but the pay's better for soul. For Skellige's glory!
We'll show you how blood spilling's done.
Feign not ignorant. Remember to whom you speak.
So be it.
Let's not get in the way of me axe.
Love is war.
If I'm to die, I'll do so sword in hand.
Axe with roar!
One who is blind can yet see.
All it takes is a wee sacrifice.
Feast for you, my children.
Spit it out already. I don't have all day.
Man, that's a fuck.
Ugh, stop gurgling like that.
Tis my tree. I was born. And I shall die with it.
I can do a great deal more for you.
Crack and eat me ghoulie. Looky here.
The Valley of Flowers. There is no place more beautiful.
Plunge all into murk with a shrill cry!
No mercy!
Splendid crops this year, and ever they shall be. Leave it to me.
What do you need?
The Valley of Flowers. There is no place more beautiful.
A drop of knowledge can overpower even a seer's strength.
The soil is fertile with magic, and dead to one.
Bow before modern prayer.
Don't you pester me.
Grow, my beauty. Reach high into the sky.
Opinions are like ourses. Everyone's got one, but most are best sat upon.
It's time.
Splendid crops this year, and ever they shall be. Leave it to me.
Accept our sacrifice!
Lady of the Seas, daughter of the heavens, accept my sacrifice!
I'm tall enough to kick your ass!
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
I bring you news from the crashing tides.
For Skellige's glory!
I suppose. And the end.
Let's not get in the way of the axe. What would you do?
War will be our downfall. This I have seen.
We'll show you how blood spilling's done.
Though trees live longer than humans, they need protection from them.
They have our loins! Skellige. Looky here. Hear my prayer! Fill me with strength!
Illusions. You've yet to see what they can accomplish.
Blind can yet see.
What do you need?
Cut my paws off, I'll bite you to death.
Why should I, an elf, a sage, converse with an ape?
I could drown you in a single drop.
Plunge all into murk with a shrill cry!
embers. Wind, blow out the flame.
Lady of the Seas, daughter of the heavens, accept my sacrifice!
Appearances can be deceiving.
Mock not the creatures. It's neither polite nor safe.
Love is war.
If I'm to die, I'll do so sword in hand.
What is your wish? What do you desire, my lady of the seas?
The only good human is a dead human.
Used to chop wood, but the pay's better for souls.
Ni me or anti-arme. È true.
The only good dwarf is a dead dwarf.
Hocus pocus. Bang. Kaboom. Shit, how'd that go?
Splendid crops this year, and ever they shall be. Leave it to me.
We need sleep. Another test. So soon.
The soil is fertile with magic, and dead to wine.
You've met your match, puppet.
Reach high into the sky. ever they shall be, leave it to me.
How did I fare, Mistress Letitia? Well this time, yes?
Head me.
Time for a plan.
You must banish her. I see no other path, sire. I could drown you in a single drop.
Yes.
Tis my tree. I was born with it. I shall die with it.
I'm a medic. I tend to know what I'm doing when I prescribe
See
something.
that? Anything alive would be dead now. Killer spell.
Go to hell, I ask you politely.
Though trees live longer than humans, they need protection from them.
Dark clouds gather over Temeria.
With dignity! Gestures smooth yet restrained.
to clean up ahead of class.
As you wish.
Right-head Sparley! Cut the grid, or I'll cut your gob!
Well then, let's get to work.
The city is ravaged by rot.